Alpha7, you are up. I had a good call with you the last week, but I'm very, very interested for you to share this information with the public. And obviously, we have some Robona supporters here who are probably eager to hear what you guys are doing.
Hey all, I hope you can hear me now. Just a quick mic check.
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm Shane. I'm from Alpha7 Token, and I have a team of two other people with me. One's called Max on the Twitter here. His name's Leaves19, and the other guy is Rick. And I'm not sure if Rick's online. I think he still might be at work at the moment. So we'll continue with what we do and who we are and what sort of time frame are we looking at for our sort of proposal. So how long have we got to talk?
Normally we do around 10 minutes, but it seems we have a few speakers today who haven't showed up, so we can extend the time frame a little bit. I know you will probably need more.
Yeah, well, I'll do a quick overview and then we can elaborate on certain topics. But today I'd probably like to focus on our gaming side of what we do. But before that, I'll give you a quick introduction of our tokens and our ecosystem and our project in general. So Alpha7 token is just a meme token. Currently, it's on BSC. We also have an ERC-721 NFT system, which is very vanilla, but what comes with it is what makes it special. Alpha7 token is 77 taxes. We take 1% reflections to the holders, and if you buy one of our NFTs, you get an additional 2% extra reflections in the swaps and the volume. We're currently sitting at about 20x after 5 months, and we're going in a pretty good inclination direction upwards. The token and what we do is only the tip of what we're actually what our basis is. So we make games, we make development systems, and we follow a lot of the Open Zappelin standards that come into this Web3 space. What we're doing is we're looking at coming over to Roberna, and we're launching 2 or 3 games there. So all our games are going to be paid in the native RBA token, and you'll be able to win, gamble, play, and have a lot of fun with what we offer for Roberta Chain. So first of all, we've got 3 different games. We've got an NFT battle system, which one NFT can battle the other NFT. We've got a racing system, which is like the duck race. We call it the dog races because we race with the dogs. It uses the random stopwatch timer application, and we've built a front-end terminal that allows you to accept bets, take bets, create new race cards, sponsor those events. And also, we can record the current race in case you've missed it, so you don't have to be watching the race live. Once you go into the DApp, the prizes are there to claim if you've won. We've got leaderboard systems and a whole lot of monetary statistics on how much you've played and how much you've done, how much you've won, how much you've lost. Because at the end of the day, we all want the bottom line. So statistics are there whether you like them or not, and they'll give you a good understanding of what your position is in that game. That's the racing game. So we've got the battle game, and then we've got a game that we're bringing out, which is pretty much omni-chain. We've got it on everything, but we're specializing and focusing on 2 chains currently. One's Roberna, and the other one is BSC, where our token is kept. Now, our token on BSC does its own thing. It doesn't need that incentive to come cross-chain. I don't like spreading the wealth of a token's project, and hence why with our gaming systems we're using native currencies. And with Roberna, we found that the system swaps very fast. So when we're in game, you'll find that the blockchain's working fine. The blockchain on Reburner is absolutely a breeze to work with. Setting it up, the testnet there works well also. And I did notice I had a few RBA testnet tokens in my wallet there, which was a nice little surprise when you log in to do some testing. Then you've got to find the faucet. But back to the game. So the third game is a player versus player, Rochambeau, rock, scissors, paper, so to speak, where one player can battle another player, or one player can put on 5 or 6 different events or rounds or cards, as we call them. Once you've put those cards on, then somebody else can accept that card. They can search for that game. If you own an NFT on any chain and you're partnered with us, your NFT can be used as a background banner to promote your partnership with us. So if anybody owns one of those NFTs, they can select to use that as a background as the game card. So you'll be able to find that, let's say Chrissy, for example, with Playworld, you'll be able to see that Chrissy's in a match, or someone in Chrissy's team's in a match, and there's a little banner there, which is like an advertising system. So our partnerships will also include a bit of advertising on our game. Game revenue, player versus player. So winner takes the pot, but we do take a percentage. With that percentage, all of our NFT holders, they will receive a percentage on all the chains that the game's deployed on. So if there's 20, 30 chains and there's 20, 30 different native currencies floating around, then yes, you will be receiving a percentage of those because you hold an NFT on our original system. We don't like to just redeploy and make new tokens. I've been in development for probably 5 years, and I've made 3 tokens in my whole life myself, and 2 of those I deployed, and this is the second one. Now, the ownership of the System 7 and Alpha7 project was originally created by our founder, Rick James. He's a great guy. I've known him for a good 12 to 18 months now, and in that time, I found a brother. I don't find many people I like in the space that I can click with as well as I have with Rick. Wombat's the same. We're 2 Aussie guys, and we can clash and talk crap all day in our lingo. But yeah, our team commitment and what we do together is what keeps us together and keeps our project strong and keeps our charts going where they want to go. So if anyone's got any questions on what I've talked about so far, just on our game systems, or any Reburner questions, we can assist you with that. And if there's anything I can answer before I go on to something further, that'd be great.
Anybody have any questions? We are taking a midterm, Foxy.
Sure, I have a question. I guess I'm the one here asking questions today. Yeah, sure. Good presentation and quite interesting. Again, it seems like I really need to find some time to do some gaming. And this is very much about gaming, it seems, today. But I'm doing NFTs right now, and you mentioned something about partnering with Alpha7 and NFTs. Can people then use the Reburner, or the Foxy, NFTs in the Alpha7 games?
Yes, correct, Foxy. So what that will do is if you've got a partnership with us and you've got an NFT collection, we'll register that as part of our game. So then your NFT, now this will work on any chain, not just Reburner. So your Reburner NFTs will be able to be promoted throughout all the chains as long as someone with one of those NFTs is playing and using your NFT as a background.
Okay, so fantastic. So I think I'd like to have a little chat with you in detail, maybe a little bit more about this, and then maybe that's something that we can offer our NFT holders.
Yeah, for sure. And what it does is it gives you guys a representation of your group on the game. So if you've got like a NFT collection and 5 of you guys are playing, and there's one Alpha Dog collection, and there's 10 of the Play World NFTs over there, and you know, you can really have that rivalry. Like, Foxy took all my money last time, I'm only going to play him.
Yeah, I like it. It's good. This is interesting. Yeah.
So what we do is I'm a developer from way back. I actually worked in IT, in databasing in the States for a good 6 months, worked in Vietnam, worked back in Australia for the rest of it, all for the same company. We used to set up networking and database systems back in the 90s and 2000s when I was a young kid. And I ended up learning and taking on a systems administration role, and then studying to be a database systems administrator, Microsoft MD, blah, 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 all those letters. It was 20 years ago. I don't even know if I've still got the letters behind me now. But yes, I've been following databasing, integrations, and IT for so long now that once Web3 came along, I found that it's what I was doing for a paid job, and now I can use my creativity and my love for design and make something that incorporates all of my skills and all of my passions into one thing. So that's what we've done with the Alpha7 token, and Rick's gave me the reins to get the ball rolling at the start. I found a really good obsession and some love in this system and passion that came with it. He gave me some ownership, and we've got a third partner that's in there as well, which is Leaves. And so the three of us together, we're unstoppable when it comes to that. One thing I'd like to also talk about is our ability for ease of use. So Reburn is a great system. As we log into our Reburner, we're on BSC. If you're on MetaMask, it's probably the slowest wallet to change over. But if you're on Trust Wallet, SafePal, any of those other wallets, any of those EVM compatible wallets, and yes, we support all wallets. So we've got EIP 6963, which is the full wallet support. Our dApps are created correctly, so we can use any wallet, any chain, anytime. We also have EIP 4337, which is account abstraction. Now, I'm not sure if account abstraction works with Reburner as yet, but I have put into Wallet Connect to get that support happening. And I do find that smart wallets of the future, Coinbase on-ramping, all that sort of stuff, to be able to bring that to the space would be amazing for Reburner. I just find that the standards, we're still 2 or 3 years behind what's currently being designed in standards. And, if I read these standards, they scare me like a horror novel sometimes with what we can do and what we can get away with. So it's quite amazing where the space is going, and the future's written down already. We just got to go and read and find how to do it ourselves. So yeah, that's what we're doing with our game. The game's called That Damn Dog. ThatDamnDog.com. You can go on there and you can just click and add your Reburner network pretty easy. We've also got the testnet there. One last thing I'd like to say about this game is it's not all about the money for us. We take a percentage for a reason. We take a percentage because this is what we do for a job. We also take a percentage to give back to our NFT holders on BSC. So we may do little mini collections which buy 10 NFTs on our BSC and launch them on different chains like Reburner. And then we'd use the revenue generated from the 10 NFTs to supply the Reburner side. And if that grows, just ideas without destroying and diluting the original pools. I find that we can always work around these sort of topics. But yeah, thatdamndog.com. Check us out. We've got a complete free version coming within the next couple of weeks. So all our testnet versions will be free. So if you get your faucets, you can just play in the afternoon with your mates without having to spend any native tokens. You can also choose to go live whenever you want by clicking the proper Reburner network instead of the RBA test network. So it's already on both testnet, RBA, and 23 other chains. So we're focusing on Reburner and BSC to get the ball rolling and to meet all you guys and help you guys out with what we do. Any development stuff, any questions needed, just hit us up on the chat. We're pretty up there on the space and what we can do to assist you guys moving forward. So that's the Alpha7 and That Damn Dog, and we're really looking forward to jumping on Reburner.
Amazing. And Reburner and our community are very, very eager to see you come live, and I'm sure with the events that we have planned towards awareness, we'll be able to get you a lot more users in your game and on your protocol. So I hope that this will work out very, very well. I saw there was a few other people who requested to speak when we asked for questions before.
Yep.
PV Gaming, John Doe. Anybody who have any questions before we move forward in the summit?
Yeah, would like to ask, like, if there's some more utility actually for your NFTs, except like to use them inside the game.
Oh yeah. We've got a couple of utilities. So what we do, our utility systems. I think let me just bring up my web page really quickly, if you don't mind. I have that written down right on the main page of our website there. That damn dog. Just 1 second. So the three utilities are, we've got the NFTs will give you a reflection system in Alpha7 tokens, which is the BSC token. The second one is any sales, you'll get a percentage of sales for the NFTs. So 21% of the NFTs purchase price gets redistributed to all holders. And where's the third one? I always forget the third one. I'm so sorry. I do that many things on the internet at the same time. So we've got reflections and cross-chain game fees. Yeah, so the utility is this. If you own one of our BSC NFTs and you only ever play on Reburner, then everybody that plays on Reburner, 5% of all of those games that were played, so $5 out of every 100 will go to the distribution on the quantity of the current NFTs. The NFTs, let's go a round number and say 100 NFTs minted, and there's $1,000 on the game. Well, there's going to be $50 gets distributed to the 100 NFT holders. So there's three utilities to earn some income on that. And most of all, the NFTs are kick-ass and badass looking dogs running down the street. So just to own it is a little bit of street cred utility there, which is maybe playing with myself a little bit, but you know, I like it.
Amazing.
Yeah, I hope that answered your question, my friend.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we got any more there? Ready to shoot away. You can ask me any questions, guys. Like, I mean, you can try and quiz me if you want, test me, but this is what I do all day, every day. I am Web3. This is our life. 4 months of the year, I run and work in my company, but I don't need to work in winter. I've got 4 employees that do that for me, and I get to code all day. So only summer you won't hear from me much, but the rest of the time I'm coding. So yeah, quiz away. Any standard information, anything about Reburner, anything about how to deploy things, we can do it all. And answer on the spot anytime.
Amazing. I know we spoke the other day when we are making our tech support, then you will come join us, and I'm sure there will be a lot of questions. We don't see a lot of people requesting to speak today, but yeah, we are gonna host our event in a few weeks with you in the Reborn community. We're gonna do it on Telegram, then we can get a lot more interaction than we have today. Any last questions? Any last questions before we move to the next speaker, guys? Okay, it seems people are quiet today. Do you have any last words that you would like to say before we kick it over to the next speaker in line?
Just a quick one. A big shout out to everyone else that's in the summit today. The last couple of projects I listened to were amazing, and thanks for the shout out, Chrissy. I appreciate that with the Play World. You know, just something that it's great just to hear your name when someone else is speaking sometimes. So thanks a lot for that. And yeah, go Reburner. Let's make this work properly. Let's do it slow and not too quick. We don't need to make $1 million tomorrow. Let's make it over time, make it strong, and build a community that's going to last and be sustainable.
Exactly. This is what we are trying to do with Rowana. We are not trying to do a 10-second race. We are here for the long term. And just when you mentioned sustainability, I just want to remind people that we are about to grow the first Rowana forest this year. I'm just about to set the event. I'm currently in South America and will be traveling back to Europe. Most likely at the mid or end September, we are going to set the date for growing the first forest native trees, which are gonna be mainly it's gonna be between 6 species that we're gonna grow in Portugal on the land that we purchased last year. We'll be inviting the community, we'll be inviting the public, we'll be inviting the press down to see this event, also schools and universities to make soil studies, and we are about sustainability. Rowana have a lot of sustainable aspects besides green energy. We are doing reforestation. We are a blockchain that's here for the long term, slow and steady growth. And should anybody be interested in sustainability and maybe want to join our forest project, then you are welcome to come and be part of this. We're going to do a little crypto event, but do it very, very unique. So we're going to do it out in the forest, where we are going to put up some screens and some tech out in the forest. I'm currently installing some Wi-Fi internet over there, and we'll power it with solar energy, so people can be out there, learn about crypto in nature, fresh air, on the top of the third largest mountain in Portugal. And I hope to see a lot of people joining our event.
I'd
Yeah,
love that. I would absolutely love to go to that. It's something that's what I do when I need a break. I go bush. Me, my brother, and my father, we've always done it since little kids. We grew up camping pretty much like 8 months of the year as little kids. I'd live with my auntie and nana, and they'd be living in the camp spots. So I grew up camping. I grew up in the bush, and I would love to go to an event where I can get away from my inside little house, get into the forest again, especially with a group of Web3 people, and have a learn and listen and help out along the way. So, Lars, that's amazing. Thanks, guys.
I'm sure this is gonna be very unique, and we're gonna make it a yearly event. So we're gonna grow the first plot of land. It's only 50,000 square meters. So this we will grow in a matter of a few weeks this year. And then next year we're gonna take our next plot of land and make it a yearly event where we will keep grow native forest. We'll keep do sustainable events. We'll start up in Europe, and then we will branch out from there, both to Africa, Asia, South America, so we can go around and host yearly events for everybody. But yeah, enough about my sustainable project. We're going to speak a lot more about that in future events.